Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. So, if you've watched my channel, you know that I'm just amazing at finding the worst baseball fields imaginable to film at. And that's usually because I like to find the empty ones so that no one walks by while I'm filming or no one is on the field. But today we're going to look at the opposite of that. We're going to look at the best baseball fields in the world. So for this list today, they're not going to be MLB stadiums. I'm actually going to do a separate video ranking all the MLB stadiums. So if you guys do want to see that, make sure to subscribe and comment down below if you want to see that video. But first up, we have Fromhold Field. And this is a high school baseball field in San Pedro, California. And it is just beautiful. It goes right over the ocean, and the ocean just has such a nice blue color to it. And the baseball field, it definitely looks older, like more classic, but I think that kind of adds to the whole beauty of the field. And you got the palm trees, shadows cast over the stadium. I mean, this would be so cool to play here. And it's a high school baseball field, which is just crazy. Yeah, I think we're going to rank this as peak baseball field. Like, this is just the best view you can get, especially for a high school baseball field. Compared to where I played for JV, we had an all dirt infield, and it was just garbage. It just sucked, and this is like the peak. So we're going to be ranking these fields off three categories. We got peak, this is the best field, period, and then that's very solid, and then the worst out of the best, but it's still a good field, you know. All right, next up we have Miller Park, Larry H. Miller Field, and this is in BYU's stadium. This is BYU's stadium. BYU, what does it stand for? Brigham Young University in Utah. Obviously a beautiful state, and this field has such a nice view. I've actually seen this field in a few videos. Someone actually went there to mess around at the college, but there's definitely no doubt that the view is beautiful. You got the mountains in the background. The only thing that I think is I don't know if I'd like playing here because I feel like it'd be cold. Like, Utah definitely gets colder, and I hate playing baseball in the cold. I'm also more of like a coastal beach fan than I am a mountain fan. So I'll put this one in good. It's definitely not the best. It's not my preference, but it's still a beautiful field. And like, the actual baseball field is really nice as well. It's got a really cool fence and just like good colors on the field. I like the pattern that they have in the grass. All right, now we have this random baseball field in Guanajuato, Mexico. It's called Estadio Jose Aguilar Imaya. And this is just a really unique, cool looking field. It's definitely old and like vintage actual baseball field. It's not the best baseball field, but the view around is so cool. You have all these little village homes up on a mountain, and they're all stacked up. It reminds me of like a field you would see in, if you guys ever play like backyard baseball on the Wii, that's a real classic game. It just reminds me of like a cool, like almost like cartoony stadium. Like, it almost doesn't look like it's possible in real life. This one's really unique. I'm gonna put this in the best. This is a peak baseball field. It'd be so cool to play here. All right, and now we have Beaver Field, Jim and Betty Smith Stadium. This is the Appalachian State Mountaineers baseball team, which is a college. And this field right here is what inspired me to make this video. I remember seeing the picture of this field on Instagram or something a long time ago, and I remember thinking that was just the most beautiful field I've ever seen. And I was like, I think it'd be cool to make a video about the best baseball field. So, I mean, this one definitely inspired the list, so I think it's got to be the best. I mean, it just has such a nice view. Like I said, I'm not a huge mountain fan, but the colors of the trees here is just absolutely beautiful. Really like the patterns in the grass too. Like, you got the cool stripes going out, and it's just completely surrounded by trees on all sides. It's just like its own little capsule. It would be so cool to go to college here. The only downside is I'm sure it looks pretty depressing in winter when all the trees lose their leaves, but we won't talk about that. All right, now we're gonna look at this random Little League Dubai baseball field. The actual field, not the coolest, although I will say the palm trees in the background is really cool, but what kind of like makes this field is the city skyline of Dubai. Dubai is known for its like crazy buildings and like really high skyscrapers. So it's cool seeing this like Little League field contrasted by these massive towers in the background. It's definitely like a cool scenery. This one's definitely not the best, but it's really interesting, so I thought I'd throw it on the list. Next up we have Pepperdine University's baseball field, And this one is another coastal view, very beautiful skyline and background here. You got the nice contrasting mountains with also the coast. I gotta look up where Pepperdine is. Should know that. They're in California, so a lot of these baseball fields are in Cali. It's a beautiful state. It's a shame that it's run pretty poorly because its natural scenery is amazing. But this baseball stadium is really cool. It's definitely a nice college field. The actual baseball stadium, not the best, kind of like ugly dirt. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's not bad. It's just kind of giving me not the best impression, but the view is just beautiful. I like all the like coastal scenery. So this one's definitely in the middle. It's a solid baseball stadium. All right, and last but not least, we're gonna end with what MLB itself designated this baseball field as America's most scenic ballpark. It is Point Loma, Nazarene, and this is in San Diego, so another California baseball stadium. Man, I really wish I could live out there because you could play baseball all year long and you'd have these amazing stadiums with such a nice view and you wouldn't have to worry about it being cold. Remember, I played a baseball game in high school in snow. Literally the worst experience ever. It was not fun at all. But this stadium is beautiful. It's probably the best view of the ocean that I've seen out of all these fields. It actually has a deep, pretty deep wall. So I'm guessing this is definitely like college or high school level. And the actual stadium, it's got like the faded grass on the infield, and then the light dirt I'm more of a fan of than the dark dirt. And I also like the pattern in the outfield grass. But just that view is beautiful. You got the beach like literally right there. You got the beautiful American flag. It's just picture perfect. Like when you picture baseball in America, I don't think it gets better than this stadium right here. So that is a wrap on my rankings of the best baseball fields in the world. Let me know if you do want to see me rank the worst baseball fields. I can do that video next week, and that should be a fun one. And then also make sure to stick around for more baseball tier lists. I'll definitely rank the MLB stadiums at some point. Make sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Peace.